Hey everyone, I'm Elfels, and welcome to round one of the Smogon Winter Seasonal 2024 for draft. Very excited to get started here. Last time I got into my draft analysis where I picked up these 8 Pokemon that you're seeing on the left side of the screen. So that was a very exciting draft. This time we're going to be going into our week one. I guess it's just round one. I'm so used to saying week one for draft leagues, but this is against Penu. And they drafted a pretty interesting team here. It starts with Enamorous Incarnate at the top of the speed tiers, then Salamence, which can Terra, Shaman, which is also free Terra, Great Tusk, Incineroar, Empoleon, Tatsugiri, and Muck. This is a very interesting team. It's a very powerful team, but it is not the fastest. I'm already not, I don't top out very fast at 115, but 3 of my Pokemon outspeed everything on this team without trying. So that's going to be pretty good. As far as the offensive threats though, this is a terrifying team to go up against. Terra Salamence is really scary. Great Tusk can obviously be really intimidating with a bulk upset, and even Shaman. I don't have that many answers to a strong Seed Flare plus coverage, or whatever Terra option it wants. And then you even have Enamorous, which can do contrary sets with superpower and stuff like that. Can just be specs and rip a hole in my team with all the coverage it would ever want. So yeah, a lot of offensive threats coming here. As far as my offense though, I look pretty good. A lot of my top offensive threats only have 1 or 2 checks, maybe in the lower tiers. Latios looks amazing. Superior can probably get stuff going. Even Palafin, with a couple of checks, but it can always muscle through them. So I think I'm trying to build more offensive here. I think I'll be able to do that. It is kind of hard to nail down what exactly my opponent's going to leave behind. It's 8 Pokemon, so you only leave behind 2. I think Muck is probably getting left behind, but other than that, it's tough, right? Tatsugiri is a pretty good switch into Palafin a lot of the time, and it actually threatens my team a lot from there, especially if it's a Scarf set. Incineroar is a decent Latios check if you build it like that. And Empoleon, it kind of can check a few things as well. It's also a decent Latios check. But those are definitely the 3 that I'm considering for being axed. The top 4 up there look really good. I'm not quite sure. If I had to guess, it's the top 4 in the speed plus maybe Incineroar or Tatsugiri. Not quite sure. We'll see. But yeah, this is going to be a fun team to build. We're going to start right off with, excuse me, if my slide will change, thank you. We're going to start with Latios, which looks amazing in this matchup with just a Life Orb. Draco Meteor and Luster Purge, like I said in the draft analysis, are just going to be so hard to switch into. The switch-ins, I think, are going to be Incineroar and Empoleon, which Aura Sphere does a great job of covering. And then, of course, we have Flip Turn, because even with Aura Sphere as coverage, we don't necessarily beat Empoleon and Incineroar one-on-one, so I'm just going to make sure that I can always pivot out for a little bit of damage, and even if I want to, I can just Flip Turn out on the switch-in, just to be able to cover multiple read switch-ins, things like that, and then get into a better matchup that way. But yeah, Latios, yeah, I just kind of click buttons here. Luster Purge is a great move to click. The only immunity is Incineroar, but other than that, we always have a shot to drop Special Defense, and then just drop a fat Draco from there. We have the speed to outspeed Enamorous, and of course Max Special Attack with Life Orb is going to just be a great fast breaker for us. I don't see much wrong with Latios. Just going to have to keep an eye out for the Scarfs on the team, which I could see coming from Enamorous and Tatsugiri. That obviously messes up quite a bit. But if I just make sure to scout for those, then this should be a pretty effective set. Next up, we actually have Doxbun. This is my switch into Incineroar. We should be pretty good against just about everything it wants to do with the Well-Baked Body and the Dark Resist. This is also checking things like Dragon Dance Salamence and Bulk Up Great Tusk. With the Rocky Helmet, we can force chip damage onto them for a couple of priority options we have down the line. And then with Roar, we can make sure that they're not setting up on us too much, so we can force them out into a different threat. Other than that, but I have both Play Rough and Body Press on here. I want to be able to threaten Salamence whether it doesn't Terra or if it does something like Terra Steel. I want to at least force damage onto it, especially in a last mon situation where I can't roar it out. I just want to be able to force damage, and then some of my priority options later can try to take care of it from there. That does mean that with Wish, I don't have Protect to guarantee that recovery, but this is still a great Wish Passer, and we can probably heal ourselves up. Darkspawn is pretty physically bulky with max HP, max defense, so we actually don't take that much from something like a Dragon Dance, Salaman's Dual Wing Beats, or a Great Tusk Headlong Rush. We take it pretty decently well, so we can still Wish up. And of course I talked about Roar already. That's going to be the purpose of Darkspawn. It's just checking a few key physical threats. So we're just going to move right along. Next up we have Superior, which is actually rocking the Assault Vest this time. So this is just going to be a offensive threat. This is hopefully my win condition for the match. We can just stack up Leaf Storms and win the end game that way. So we have enough speed to outspeed Enamorus, of course, and enough special attack to one-hit KO max HP Great Tusk with Leaf Storm before boosting at all, as well as one-hit KO no bulk Salamence with a +2 Dragon Pulse. The rest of the moves are pretty self-explanatory. Terra Blast is just perfect coverage, of course, with the Terra Stellar, and Giga Drain is nice to help heal us up. I did have Synthesis in this slot, but I realized that Assault Vest could be pretty nice because it helps us switch in a little bit, helps us handle like a especially offensive Shaman or a Scarf Tatsugiri, which would otherwise be pretty tough for my team to deal with. And in fact, with Contrary, we might be a pretty darn good switch into offensive Shaman because Seed Flare would raise our special defense instead of dropping it. So we could be a pretty good switch in there. Trying not to use this as an emergency switch into too many things because we want to preserve Superior's health for a sweep. But if it's forced to come down to that, we can at least switch in kind of scot-free in some cases. So yeah, it's going to be Superior. Next up, we have Heatran, which is rocking a very weird set. This is a Scarf Heatran with a specially defensive spread. The main purpose of this is that the special defense helps us avoid the one-hit KO from Timid Enamorus Earth Power, and then from there we outspeed Enamorus. I don't think it's likely to be too scared of Scarf if my opponent sees that I survive the Earth Power and I'm a specially defensive spread, but then I outspeed it with a Flash Cannon and hopefully KO with the surprise there. This is also guaranteed to one-hit KO Shaman after rocks with Overheat, so we can do a similar thing to Earth Power Shaman if we have to. And then we have a... the special attack does guarantee that one-hit KO on Shaman after the rocks. It also has a good chance of one-shotting Enamorus from full with Flash Cannon. With rocks, of course, that's guaranteed even on a bulky set. So yeah, that's going to be the main purpose of Heatran. Earth Power, of course, deals with Incineroar or Muck if we have to do that. And Stealth Rock, this is mainly the move to click if I have already revealed that I'm Scarf, and then they become scared of me actually clicking something first, then I can just Stealth Rock on the switch if I read that option. So yeah, that's going to be Heatran. Moving along, we got Donphan. So this is a bulky offensive set. We outspeed Empoleon and Incineroar, creeping Umbreon. I don't expect them to be faster than this. I don't think they're gonna creep at all, but just in case, have some extra speed in there to outspeed base 60 plus some change. I just noticed that in my visual of the Great Tusk element in the bottom right is kind of glitched up. My bad. He's there, don't worry about it, he's on the team. But yeah, other than that, Adamant Earthquake should be pretty good against Incineroar and Empoleon. Ice Shard is my tech move to help deal with Salamence, and this alongside my last slot is going to make sure that I can always attempt to priority it down at least. Rapid Spin makes this my hazard remover, deals with Toxic Spikes. This is also why I'm Heavy Duty Boots. I don't want to get poisoned by something like that. Deals with Great Tusk, Stealth Rock, or some options like that. And Heavy Duty Boots also ensures that on hazards my Sturdy stays intact so that I can always revenge something like, I don't know, Enamorus with 2 Ice Shards, or Salamence with also 2 Ice Shards. Just make sure that I can always take 2 hits from something like Sweeper. So yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be Donphan. Pretty basic attacker. In the last slot here, we have Palafin, and I'm rocking with a bulk up set. Palafin looks really hard to switch into for my opponent's team. It's like there's a resist for each move that I can run most of the time. Like Jet Punch is going to be resisted by Empoleon and Salamence, and immune by the Tatsugiri. Drain Punch has a few resists on the team, and Ice Punch is resisted by Empoleon and Incineroar. But I do want to make sure that I can always catch whatever I want, like switching in. So I'm going to make sure I run bulk up, and if I think there's a switch out coming, bulk up covers every option that I want. And in fact, if Shaman is the one switching in, I don't even have to read it with an Ice Punch. I just bulk up, and then from there we can Ice Punch with the safety of the Window Berry to protect us from Seed Flare one-shots. So I can Ice Punch, and then that doesn't necessarily KO, but Ice Punch into Jet Punch should one-hit KO any speedy Shaman set, and then 2 Ice Punches should KO any defensive Shamans. So we can always just make sure we 2-hit KO it. Should be pretty safe from that. Other than that, EV spread is pretty basic. Adamant Nature, it was needed to make sure that we get that KO on fast Shaman with Ice Punch into Jet Punch at +1. And then we have enough speed for Timid Tatsugiri, so if that thinks it can switch in on a Jet Punch or something, we can bulk up, Drain Punch it down for a 2-shot before it can move. That's, stuff like that. And then actually the rest went into special defense. This actually ensures that we barely survive a Modest Shaman Specs Seed Flare from full. Every EV remaining needed to go into Tispet for that. We barely do it, but we actually can do that if we need to. So yeah, very excited to use this Palafin. The one thing is, like, it might be tough to get into my 0 to hero. There's a lot of threats on that opposing team, so I might just try to lead with Palafin and then switch out of a bad matchup and then hopefully recover the momentum from there. The lead matchup is going to be a little tough. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but yeah, that's kind of the game plan. Win condition superior, a couple of defensive pieces, Breaker, Palafin, and Latios. So yeah, going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to using this team, and I will see you guys in the battle. Alright, looks like we're ready to challenge Panu. Alright, here we are on the battle. So we got Terra Ground Shaman. Muck is here, actually. Salomon's Tatsugiri, Great Tusk, and Enamorous. And Salomon's Terra Fairy, interestingly enough. Okay. No Incineroar, and no Empoleon. Okay. So Latios looks pretty good. Latios could be my lead. I think that's reasonable. I want to bring in Palafin, but I am worried about Shaman, If Shaman leads, Heatran's not bad. And, like, Overheat kind of cooks, right? Could lead Heatran. If it's a Great Tusk lead or a Salomon's lead, that's kind of a problem. But that's why I have Darkspawn. So let's lead Heatran. It's, oh, Tatsugiri. Interesting. Well, that's bad. I guess, let me calc. Heatran. Tatsugiri. I don't think I have anything worth doing this turn, honestly. Especially Stealth Rocks, like, if I were to set those up, those would just be spun away. So, as much as I hate to do it, I think Superior needs to come out. Surf, okay. Surf did 15.7, so that's in line with just Timid max special attack. Let's go back into, ooh, I feel like your switch into Superior is going to be Muck, right? You could go Donphan. Let's check. Nice. Good call. Alright. So, I mean, I think I just Earthquake here. Any real Earthquake switch-ins, I would just click Ice Shard or Stealth Rock next turn, maybe. So let's try that. Shaman, okay. Shaman, 20%, no leftovers. Let's check that. Shaman, we got
And let's just put offensive versus Donphan. Earthquake. Oh, this is like probably max HP. Yep, it's max HP Shaman. Okay. Let's bring in Heatran. Gleam, 3%. Okay. Now I think I overheat. Or switch out. I think I overheat. This should KO Shaman. Tatsugiri switching is rough. But let's see. I'll at least get a bit of chip on the Tatsugiri, which could actually be pretty important for Palafin later. Speaking of which, I actually really need to find a place to bring in Palafin. Oh wait, so this could be Terra Ground. Is that bad for me? Ugh. Oh, you do switch, okay. Or he does like 16. Does that tell me anything? Oh, there's like a little bit of bulk on there, but not too much. Probably not max HP. Nope, doesn't look like it. Could go Noxbun, predicting the dragon move on Superior, but I don't really feel like making that play right now. Let's go back into you. Unfortunately, yeah. Yep, makes sense. So the Muck switch in is fairly obvious. Actually, let's go Palafin, because now you're at -2. This is my best opportunity. Yep. And now Donphan. Yep, there's Toxic Spikes. We don't want that, so I'm just going to spin them immediately. Into the Shaman again. It could be worth... Oh, it's Helmet Shaman. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say it could have been worth just ice sharding this down, but with Helmet, I think I want to keep Tusk as a Salaman's check with Ice Shard. This is tough. Really need to make a lot of good double switches here. Heatran showed up as my switch last time, so I think I'm going to try this. Latios. Seed Flare. Okay. Alright, so from this point, I'll double check. I think Shaman was max HP, but I'll double check my Luster Purge calc. Latios. Luster Purge. That doesn't do quite enough. Could just drop a Draco. But I think I'm a Luster Purge. The Enamorous, alright. That's good. And then... I mean, this could be Scarf, I guess. Let's go Heatran. If you're Scarf... Oh, you Earth Power. Oh, it's a crit. I can't even find out what it was. That's too bad. Well, okay, if you're Scarf, then now you're locked in, so... I just Luster Purge here. Great Tusk. Is that sack? Yeah. Okay, sack off the Tusk. Doxmon appreciates that. Okay, yeah, you're definitely Scarf. Yeah, without the crit, there's a roll Heatran was surviving that. Unfortunate. Scarf, Moonblast from this thing. Yeah, I should be chalking. Into like Donphan. Um, 62 to 74. I mean, I can technically eat that. I think if I switch in and live that, I'm okay with this. Yeah, that was like a max roll. Shoot. But yeah, I will Ice Shard here. Tatsugiri comes in, that's fine. Let me just double check. See if I can gain anything from that. 23% from Ice Shard? Yeah, it's like not much bulk, if any. Let's bring in Superior here. Yeah. This is no longer gonna be my win condition. Just Leaf Storm. Oh, that did nothing. Oh my gosh. That's fair though. Yeah, Superior just can't win with Muck being here. So I think I'm gonna have to rely on chipping this down. Let's hurry here. Decent damage. T-spikes go up. Yep, we just keep doing this. Nice crit, I guess. But yeah, you can poison jab. But here, easy. I just rapid spin. I do not want Palafin getting poisoned. Yeah. Okay. This could be a Latios Luster Purge. Or a bulk up setup from Palafin. I've lost a lot of pieces, man. But like everything's chipped, so let's go. I want to bulk up. Let's do it. What do you do to me? Shoot, okay. Let's just take it out then. Alright, good muck, I'll admit. Shaman's Helmet. So... Helmet with Seed Flare and Dazzling Gleam. Do I bulk up in this thing's face? Oh my gosh. Bulk up. Yeah, okay, cool. And then Ice Punch. Yeah. Looks like I outspeed it. Okay. There's Mence. I feel like I have to Ice Punch here, or save Palafin to Jet Punch the Enamorous. Let's bring in Bread Dog. Hair Fairy. Hair Blast. Easy. Alright, so now I can play rough. Tatsugiri gets sacked. Okay. Salmon's... Oh, what the heck? Okay. Dots. Bun. Against Mence. It's Terra Fairy, so I think I'm just gonna roar it out. Yeah. Okay, now Enamorous. It's Scarf. So Moonblast is definitely the best I can do. This is a roll to KO. It crits. That's unfortunate. Okay, but I think I got this. Palafin, Jet Punch. My time is running low, shoot. Okay. Palafin, Jet Punch, and then I bulk up here. Do 2 Jet Punches beat this? I don't know. I think I bulk up here for the Dragon Dance. Oh my gosh. Or 2 Jet Punches. I have to try to stop this from setting up. Okay. I think we got it. Nice! Let's go. Alright, tight one to start off. That was that was rough. Oh my gosh. Came very close. Muck was a problem. Scarf and Namorous. Yeah. But we did it. Yeah, the plan came together. Palafin definitely did his work. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to click bulk up. That would have lost me the game. Yeah, shoot. Nice. That's a 2-0 win. So, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, very nerve-wracking, but we did it. That's our round 1, and I will see you guys next time.